Yeah, like overshooting what would otherwise be conducive to your sport could otherwise be super counterproductive.
So it's not like dose dependent as well?
Well, it's just like whatever you get out of the drugs that you're using. So like hypothetically, if you were a terrible responder and you only gain 1 pound out of whatever it is you're using, you know, how much is that going to impede whatever it is that you're trying to do? It depends on the sport, depends what you're trying to do out of it. But it all, like if you become a 260 pound shredded bodybuilder, like obviously there's no getting around the fact that it's going to make it more difficult to do basic shit. Even like walk upstairs, you're going to look like an idiot oftentimes.
Yeah, and something like, you know, if you're playing something like tennis and you're taking like testosterone and anadrol or something, that would could be something that would bloat your body up so much that it might be a negative.
Yeah. So I think in general, it's more like a consequence of whatever it is that you're getting out of the drugs, more so than the drugs aren't going to all of a sudden make it so you can't, you know, touch your back anymore. You know, can't wash your back in the shower anymore. It's going to be a consequence of how much physical mass there is preventing you from getting there, as well as you're neglecting the activities that would otherwise be conducive to, you know, maintaining peak flexibility or mobility or whatever it is.
Derek, you downsized, yeah? How much did you used to weigh? Like how much more than now?
Peak was like 255 maybe, but it was not like
Bring up the pictures.
it was not that lean. So
now I'm actually curious about this. First off, why did you choose to downsize? I don't know if it's got busier or whatever, but mentally, did you feel any type of struggle with, I used to look like this, and now you don't look bad by any means. That's not what I'm saying. But what I noticed is like, for example, Pete Rubish, right? Who we got to get on here. Pete, you know Pete Rubish?
yeah.
Yeah. Like
He came full off.
yeah. And you see like Pete and Pete looks good now, but Pete used to look like fucking Superman. And I am curious, what is it like mentally to have seen yourself at this point and now you're not there? Are you just fine with that, or does it hit you at all?
Well, it's definitely a perception in the fitness industry that it becomes very difficult if you tie your, I don't know, brand around it too significantly. And then you end up, I don't know, like for guys, for me, I didn't really think it was that. It kind of just happened naturally too. Not actually naturally. But like, as I started focusing on like entrepreneurial endeavors and just dip my I don't know, interest shifted, that alignment of interest very much just naturally took away from my ability to, you know, focus as much and, you know, allocate, you know, mental resources to training. You know, like 6 days a week, I dropped down to like 3 to 4 just to maintain. I'm doing like the minimum volume to get in and out. Maybe that's not the most conducive to, you know, sustaining size. And then also the drugs, like what's the point of taking all these drugs when I'm not even training to make use of them properly? I'm just stressing my body out for no reason.
Yeah. Power Project family, how's it going? Now, we've talked to you guys about the legendary Tasty Pastries before, which are great, but they have come out with these cinnamon sweet rolls.
Oh, they're so good.
This one's blueberry. You're supposed to warm them up for 15 seconds before you eat it, but
you love these ads.
They're really fucking good. I love these ads because I can just eat 20 grams of protein, 5 grams of net carbs, and they taste amazing. You guys need to check them out. Andrew, where can they get it?
You guys really do need to try these. You guys got to head over to eatlegendary.com and at checkout, enter promo code PowerProject to save 20% off your entire order. Links to them down in the description as well as the podcast show notes.
So, I don't know, like for me, I had kind of come to terms with I was never going to like compete on a stage. For me, I don't have the genetics to like push it and build like a crazy physique that I felt was even sustainable, because it was the amount of eating and the training and stuff was very much eating into the productivity that I otherwise deemed to be more valuable. So, you know, like for me, it just kind of, I don't know, my interests, you know, shifted as I got older. When you're younger, you think a lot of things are super important that might not be as important to you years later.
Yeah.
Switching gears, how did you end up running multiple businesses? Because you just mentioned something that I'm fascinated with, which is people's interest level. Because I often will hear people talk about the grind and how hard things are. And I'm always like, well, you either did it or you didn't do it. And if you did it, that shows me that that's where your interest level is. And I hear Joe Rogan talk about it often, about, you know, following your interest and how he just kept following his own interest. He follows his curiosity. It seems like you have had a similar path.
Hey, I know you guys enjoyed the video, so like, comment, subscribe, and head to the Power Project Discord below. Talk to y'all later.